Well, hello. What a glorious afternoon it's turning out to be. It's a bit hot. I've just come in from indoors, which is pretty cold in there actually. It's a lot warmer out here than it is indoors. Anyway, one of the advantages of not having a television license is that you don't get to watch live TV. So of course that the biggest microphone, the biggest advantage to not watching television is not seeing programs like Eurovision, and yeah, that's becoming a bit of a farce, isn't it? Um, but yeah, I'm glad I didn't watch it. I was just picking up bits and pieces from the internet, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, all those kind of places. You're hearing these things about some of the contestants, and our representative was pretty awful, I've heard. But anyway, I'm glad I didn't watch that. And then the other thing I'm glad I didn't watch was the royal coronation, and that race baiting black woman who was on one of the channels saying what a terribly white balcony it is, or was. Now you wouldn't have had, you wouldn't have been able to get away with that if you'd said about the Thai royal family being terribly Asian. You wouldn't get away with it, would you? Or the Obama family in their inaugural ceremony in the White House saying, "Oh look, that's a terribly black balcony." You wouldn't get away with that either, would you? But it seems to be that you can get away with saying was a terribly white balcony of a white royal family. You know, it's just I just find it unbelievable, really, that the powers that be haven't prosecuted that woman for racism. You know, but that's okay. It's okay to be white, and it's okay to be racist against white people because you'll get away with it. That's the way it seems at the moment. Anyway, so that's one good reason for not having a TV license. And of course, the other good reason number 3, is that I don't have to pay for it. I can get to watch all my television for free. Right? All my television really consists of pre-recorded programs that are streamed when I want them on demand. I don't watch any live TV whatsoever. Not a single, nothing. And I don't watch any of the BBC channels either. I don't have any of that stuff from BBC whatsoever. But you can get programs that are made by the BBC that are streamed on demand. I know there's a lot of the natural history programs that I watch from Disney Plus. There's a lot of programs there that are probably originally made by companies that worked for the BBC and have broadcast them. I know David Attenborough's been doing a lot of stuff with Apple, so I'll get to watch one of the ones on the prehistoric planet with all the dinosaurs, and that was a pretty good series, and I do believe there's a second series coming out now. But I don't think we're going to see David Attenborough on the televisions for very much longer, because he's 97. And who else was I see on just recently had a birthday? It's William Shatner. He's 92. Crikey. All these people that you saw in their younger days are suddenly grown old. They were in their 30s and 40s back then, and now they're in their 90s. It's incredible, isn't it, how time flies, how much you're enjoying yourself. Anyway, it's a Monday morning. I've got a few more days left before I go back to sea. And of course I should be taking you with me on my journey. This time we've got to go up to Newcastle. I'm joining the ship in Newcastle. What it's doing in Newcastle, I got no idea. I'll probably find out when I get there. So that'll mean a longer journey for some of the people to go home, but for me it's a much shorter journey. It's only a 2.5 hour journey. In fact, it's 2 hours 37 minutes from Hull train station to Newcastle train station, and then it'll be a short taxi ride from there to the ship, wherever that will be inside the docks. But yeah, going north is a much better option for me than going down to Lowestoft. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I've got some good news as well for a change. Um, I was looking at my insurance, house insurance and contents insurance. Now, I I was being advised to go with NatWest for my insurance. I had some person phone up and tried to convince me that NatWest house insurance would be so much better for me and cheaper. Anyway, I went and got a quote from them, and blimey, yeah, £60 more expensive than the current firm that I'm with. My current place is giving me £2 less this year than it was last year, so that's something good, isn't it? And because I phoned up, and they said, "Oh, what we can offer you is a £20 cashback once you've been with us for more than 30 days as a renewing customer." So I said, "Yes, sign me up for that one." So that's it. So I've got a in 30 days time, towards the end of June or July, whenever the new policy starts, is they're going to send me off a cheque for 20 quid. So that'll be rather nice, won't it? That'll be something good. But yeah, fancy charging an extra £60 more than anybody else. You're going to go out of business, aren't you? Yeah, I don't know. And it certainly seems like Budweiser's definitely on the way out, isn't it? The Bud Light, whatever they're doing to try and dig themselves out of a hole, they're just making it worse, apparently. Well, I don't drink this stuff, so there we go. But yeah, on the plus side, on the beer front, as we all know that Black Sheep has gone into administration, one of the other places in Masham is the what's it called? It'll come to me in a minute. The other brewery there, the brother of the Black Sheep owner was making. It'll come to me. I haven't thought about his beer for a long time, but I've been drinking. I had a couple last night. I had 2 bottles I shared with Sarah. 2 bottles of this Hobgoblin beer, the ruby red beer. Seems to be quite nice. So maybe that'll be my beer of choice in the future. Yeah. Oh yeah, I had to think for a minute. Theakston's. That was the name of the 2 brothers. There was Theakston's split. His brother went to make Black Sheep, and obviously Theakston's is still in the middle of Masham. But the pub that backs on to the Black Sheep brewery can't sell Black Sheep beer because it's affiliated with Theakston's. So anyway, but there is if you ever go up to Masham and have a look at the Black Sheep brewery, there is a little tiny restaurant on site where you can get some of the local brew. But if you're driving, yeah, you have to take a couple of cans home so you're not caught drunk driving. That's not something you want to do, is it? Anyway, yeah, I think I've caught up now on everything, all the news on my front. Anyway, I might do something about cameras in a minute, so we'll see. Catch you in a bit.